So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a 45-second plank. So I'm gonna take my socks off. And so I'm gonna go on my elbows. You can go on your hands. You can pick wherever you wanna go, but I'll let you know how we're doing time-wise. And off we go. Timer on. Think about keeping your belly nice and engaged, your seat down. And keep breathing. Good, and 20 seconds left. And 10. And good. Awesome. All right, the next one we're gonna do is rainbows. So I don't know if we've ever done them in Zoom, but how we start is with one leg. Might be a bit tight for space here, but one leg's gonna point behind you, and you're gonna bring it all the way up and around and down to the ground on the other side, and then all the way up and back. Okay, so we're gonna do this for 45 seconds on each side, and then we're gonna switch. So if you wanna extend all the way and like cross it to the back, that will get even more of your seat. I can't, but so you wanna try to go as far to the side and back as you can, and then back over to the side. So we're gonna do one leg at a time, and then we switch. So here we go. Timer is on. You point, you go up and over, and switch. Good. And I'm on my knee, but you can do whatever you want, but you'll feel it in your seat muscles. Good, 20 seconds left. And 10. And rest. Good. All right, we're gonna do that on the other side. So you might feel your bum getting nice and warm. So here we go on the other side. And off we go. I'm gonna watch this one. Good. Nice. Good, and 15 seconds left. Really nice. And rest. Good. Okay, the next one we're going to do is, we call it kind of like fire hydrants, but with a kick. So I'm gonna be here on my hands, my knees. I'm gonna lift one knee up, and then I'm gonna kick and then lower. Okay, so usually with fire hydrant, your knee is just bent the whole way, but this one we're gonna kick and then come down and kick and down. Okay, I'll start the timer, and off we go. 45 seconds. Oh, I hit the wall. Good, and 20 seconds left. And 5. Good, and rest. Good, shake your bum out a little bit if you need to. And then we're gonna go on the other side. And off we go, 45 seconds. And 20 seconds left. Good in 5. And rest. Good. Okay, last one that we're gonna do before we switch positions is we're gonna be, I don't know what the name of it is, but I'm on my all fours and I'm gonna stretch one arm and lift the opposite leg and come back down and then switch. So we lift and then switch and lift and switch. Okay, we're gonna do this for 45 seconds as well. Try to keep your belly engaged the whole time while you're doing this one too. And here we go, 45 seconds. Good. 15 seconds left. Good, and rest. Awesome. So now we're gonna work on our splits because I haven't done our hips in a little while. So we're gonna, if you guys remember the ones when we're lying on our backs, the pulsing, we're gonna work on those ones. So we're gonna lie on our backs. So I'm on my back with one knee straight. I'm gonna flex my foot and I'm gonna go back and forth. Good. Nice. Try to keep that knee nice and straight. Try to keep your hips square as well. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go side to side and really try not to twist your hips when you're doing this one. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to do circles. So you can either point your toe or flex. If you flex, you'll get more of a hamstring stretch. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we switch directions. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do our kicks. So we're going to kick our leg and lower down to the ground. Try to keep your hips square and your knees straight. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Now we're going to switch legs. We're going to go back and forth. My hamstring's really tight, so I find flexing my foot is really good for this one. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to go side to side. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we circle. Try to lead with your heel. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Good, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna do our kicks. And really try to keep these controlled and your hips square. Awesome, and 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake out your legs. Awesome, the next one we're gonna do, our hands are gonna be on the ground. We're gonna lift our hips off the floor, and we're gonna try to keep our hips exactly where they are, and we're gonna stretch one leg and try not to drop one hip or the other and bring it back down. And then we're gonna switch our legs and then lower. So the whole point is to try, I'll adjust my camera angle a little bit, is to try not to let your hips drop. So you don't wanna sit down in one hip, you want them both square the whole time. Okay, so we're gonna do these for 45 seconds, switching legs. And here we go, timer is on. And you can hold or go as slow as you want. Find it takes a lot of concentration not to drop your hip. Good, and 20 seconds left. Good, and 5. And rest. Good. Okay. Last thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna put my socks back on if anyone wants to get their feet a little bit more slippery for their splits. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna stretch out our hips. So they should be nice and warm now, but we wanna also stretch them. So I'm here kneeling. I'm gonna bring my right leg forward, whatever one, I'm doing my better leg first, but you can pick, and we're gonna stretch forward. Some people would like to reach up. You can try to grab your calf if you want in the back. You might feel a deeper lunge, or you can just have your hands on your knee. Good, now we're gonna bring our hands to the floor and stretch your knee. And I'm gonna flex my foot. And we can go side to side. Awesome, now we're gonna point and flex our foot. So point and flex. Now try to see how close you can get your nose to your knee. Good, so we're gonna go into a 45-second split, which we can do all together. So you're gonna slide down to your split, try to square off your hips, and timer's on. If you need any blocks, that's totally okay. Try to think about being nice and tall. And breathing through your split. If you need to adjust anything, feel free. If you feel like you're in your split and that you could try to take a hand off, or both, you can try that. Good, in 15 seconds, really try to think about stretching your knees and pressing them down as close to the ground as you can. Good, and last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Other side. So I'm kneeling, I'm going to lunge forward. And again, if you want to reach up and back to your calf, you can. I find that gives me a super stretch. But if you just want to have your hands on the floor around your knee, that's also totally cool. Good, now we're gonna shoot our bum back and stretch our front knee in front of us. And we're gonna flex that foot and rock it side to side. Good, and we're gonna point and flex our foot. And see if you can bring your nose a little bit closer to your knee. Good, and off we go into our split for 45 seconds. And timer started. If you need to adjust, you can. Good, 30 seconds left. Keep breathing. If you want to try to take your hands off, you can. Good, and for the last 10, we're really gonna push our thighs down into the ground. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Last one we're gonna do is our middle splits. They're definitely my least favorite, but we definitely have to do them. So let's just stretch our frog first. We can rock back and forth in your frog. Think about keeping your hips and your knees in line so you're not too far forward or too far back. Awesome. So we're going to do a 45-second middle, but I'll let you know every 15 seconds in case you want to change your position. So I'm going to go straight into my middle split. But if anyone wants to do one leg at a time or stay in frog, you definitely can. And I'm going to start the timer now. So remember to breathe in this one. I know it's pretty painful. And that's our first 15. Good. And 15 seconds left. You can do anything for 15 seconds. And rest. Good. Shake out your hips. Put them back where they should be. Awesome. And I'm going to pass you on to Olivia. Good job, everyone.
All right. Thank you, Megan. That felt good. So I'm gonna do all abs pretty much. I feel like they're gonna hurt, but we're gonna like take breaks between everything. So we'll do it for a minute, and then you can like rest for a second while I explain the next one. So the first one is gonna be just holding a hollow body. So just balance in this position with your feet and hands off the ground. You don't have to get in it yet. I will get a timer ready. And we will start. It's set for 4 hours. I will not make you do it for 4 hours. Start in 3, 2, 1. Okay, you're halfway there. Make sure you're keeping your abs engaged. 15 seconds left. And relax. Good, so you can take a quick breather. There's a few that are kind of from that position here. So the next one, you're gonna be in that hollow body and then come up into like a cannonball position and back down for 1 minute. But you can have a quick second, twist it out. And we will start in 3, 2, 1. And we're halfway there. We have 10 seconds left. And relax. Good, have a quick break again. Twist it out. And we have one more from that position. We'll take a bit of a longer break after this one, I think, because they're all from that hollow body position. So this time you're gonna be in the hollow body and go all the way to a V up. So straight legs and try to reach for your toes or as close as possible. And we'll start this one in 3, 2, 1. We're halfway there. Ten seconds left. You can do it. We're gonna take a long break after this. And relax. Good, okay, so you can get a solid sip of water now and have a rest. Grab water. All right. So, actually what we're gonna do first really quick is just stretch your back out because I find that always feels good when you're doing abs. Just break it up. And twist one way and the other way. Good. And then push back into a child's pose. And good, we will go back to our abs now. So next one is a bicycle crunch. I'm sure you've all done these because you've all been coming to these Zooms. So we will just jump right into it in 3, 2, 1. So you can kind of decide if you want to like sit all the way up and touch them or kind of keep your back more on the ground. I just like switched halfway. You have 15 seconds left. And relax. Good. Very nice. Give it a quick twist. And now we're gonna go into leg lifts. So when you're doing these, I want you to actually think about like how we do them on hoop when you hold on to the top bar. So put your hands above your head like you're holding onto a bar. And then when you lift your legs up, try to keep your back like flat on the floor, because in hoop, like you want to try to keep your back against that lower bar and just lift your legs as far as they can and not like crunch your back all the way up. So keep your back all the way flat on the ground, and we're just gonna lift your legs up as high as you can and back down for 1 minute. Starting in 3, 2, 1. And try to make sure your lower back stays on the ground as you lower your legs. You have 20 seconds left. And relax. Nice. All right, next up we have leg crosses. So you're basically just gonna hover and cross your legs back and forth like so. You can bounce your hands with it if you want, but you don't need to. So we'll start that in 3, 2, 1. Here, I'm just crossing my legs back and forth. You have 20 seconds left. And relax. Good. Grab a sip of water if you need. All right, so now we're gonna do something, I don't know if I really have a proper name. I call them side V's. We're probably definitely not a real name. But basically, you're gonna, I don't know if you can see, but when I'm opening the straddle, my legs are like this angle or whatever usually. With this one leg's gonna be straight in front of you, like you're in a pike, and the other, just one leg goes to the side. So they're kind of, I'm in my pike, one leg stays forward and the other comes to the side. And then I'm gonna lean back and I'm gonna cross that outside leg over. Like that. So the one that's in front can move slightly, but it's more about bringing that one to the side, back over to that pike, and then touching it back on the ground. So my leg that stays in front of me, I try to keep it where it is and bring this one back and forth. Okay, so we'll do each side for 30 seconds. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Good, and now you're gonna switch to the other side. Oh, my hip on that side's sore. You have 10 seconds left. And relax. Shake your legs out in front of you. Good, and then tuck them into a ball and hug them in. Good, now tuck your nose in towards your chest. That. Good. Okay, now we're gonna go into heel taps. I think we've definitely done these a few times in these Zooms, but you're gonna lie down. Hands are by your side, kind of like a penguin, and you're gonna sort of waddle side to side and just touch your heels. So we'll start that in 3, 2, 1. We're halfway there. Ten seconds left. And relax. Nice. All right, so the last ab exercise we're gonna do is a 1-minute plank. So started on a plank, we'll finish on a plank. So you can choose if you want to do your forearms or hands. I'm gonna do my forearms because my wrist is not happy. And we will start in 3, 2, 1. We're just about halfway, so if you want to switch your style to your hands or your forearms, you're welcome to. You have 15 seconds left. You can do it. Last 15-second abs of the day. Make sure you're squeezing everything super tight. Don't let your hips ride up or down. And relax. Good job. Okay, now we're gonna come down into a child's pose. Linda's already ahead of the game. Good, and now lift your hips up and reach your hands forward into, what's it called? Tired cat or something, cat stretch. And if you can, look up here so your chin is on the floor instead of your forehead. And if you want even more, you can go up onto your fingertips. Good job. You can roll up slowly. And now you're gonna tuck into a ball and just do 10 little rock and rolls. Good. And now we can twist it out again. You can't tell I do this a lot. And just for fun, we're gonna stretch our shoulders out really quick. Not that we use them that much, but they're a good one to stretch a little bit every time. And switch sides. And go over the top. Pull that elbow down. And if you want, you can reach the hand that was on top around to your hand so they're touching. Good, and switch sides. And if you want to reach that hand around. Good, take that, shake it out. All right, that is it for today. So we will throw it to Eric now if he has anything exciting to say.
Megan,
Yes.
what do you call a witch who lives in the desert?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I know. Wait, no, maybe. Can I guess? Does that spoil the punchline? Is it a sandwich?
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of stole the punchline, but I just got excited that I could think of it.
No worries, no worries. Well delivered. Olivia,
Yes.
what kind of help do you get from an alligator?
I want to be 2 for 2, but I have no idea. You'll have to tell me.
Gatorade.
I never would have gotten that.
No.
All right. Well, classic ending. Good job, guys.